Out of the Blue, How Animals Evolved from Prehistoric Seas. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This is Hector. Welcome to the third quick dip video based on the book Out of the Blue. We've been moving along at supersonic speeds, starting with the origins of life in the ocean, all the way up to the Cambrian period, starting around 540 million years ago, when more complex life emerged. Everything's been happening in the ocean so far, but what's happening on land? Well, not much, but that's about to change. Get ready to dive in, because it's time for the big move onto land. Around 430 million years ago, above the tideline, land was bare. There were no plants, no food at all. Nothing could survive. Why would any animal leave a comfortable, swishy ocean home to live under that hot, glaring sun? How would they adjust? What would they eat? How would they breathe or move? Well, we know they did because here we are. All these changes or adaptations from ocean to land took many millions of years. Animals' bodies adapted inside and out. They adapted to running, walking, slithering, or crawling instead of swimming or floating. They adapted to breathing oxygen from the air. Behaviors adapted too. Animals changed how they made homes, found food and mates, or protected themselves. And it all started with something very small. Look, what's that? One of the tiny arthropods, a little millipede, wiggles onto land. Today we find evidence of them as trace fossils called trackways, where they wiggled through the mud of an ancient shoreline 430 million years ago in what's now Scotland. Scientists know that these many-legged critters were land living because just above their legs are openings to their air-breathing organs. Tough exoskeletons kept them from drying out and helped them lift their bodies up. They ate the first type of food on land, simple algae growing along the water's edge. Soon more plants start to grow, mosses and ferns. It's a millipede, centipede, creepy crawler jungle. Everything's tiny, but the big move is on. All this time, life underwater continues to get more dangerous as predators evolve. To avoid being eaten and to find food, other types of animals move onto land, leaving ocean cousins behind. They adapt to new places, new ways to breathe and move and find food. Life gets busy at the water's edge. Crustaceans come ashore. Insects become the first animals to take flight. By around 330 million years ago, giant ferns form huge swampy forests. Plants produce more and more oxygen. It's a time when dragonflies grow huge with wings 2 feet across. And how do we know all this? Fossils, of course, like these, some of my favorites, Ammonites. These amazing mollusks emerged around 400 million years ago and exploded into different sizes and shapes, some like ice cream cones or paper clips, but most were spirals. These were the cinnamon buns of the prehistoric seas. They disappeared along with the dinosaurs 66 million years ago, but mollusks continued to evolve. In the oceans, cephalopods like squid or cuttlefish and octopus, and on land, the gastropods, snails and slugs. Other ancient animals like horseshoe crabs stayed in the water and made it through all the way to today without much in the way of a change to their body shapes. But did you guess who their land cousins got to be? Spiders and scorpions. Other groups of animals never made the move to land. Echinoderms like sea stars and sea urchins can be found at every ocean depth, but not on land. A sea star, or starfish, is basically like a leaky bag with its internal systems suited to saltwater, and they dry out in the air. But Hector is interested in another group, the chordates, or vertebrate animals. After all, how could he run around without his backbone? Well, tune in next time. We'll meet some crazy fish and discover how fins evolved to limbs, giving rise to some creatures you might have heard about, like, dinosaurs. Get ready for the invasion of the Fishopods. Bye for now.